Hello and welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and before we get into doing what I'm going to be calling the Standard Arcana Spotlight series, which no, it's not going to focus on every single spell in the game, that would be ridiculous. No, we're going to be doing this in such a way that it will focus on a few select spells that I think are really neat, while just showing off some ideas for them. But first, I wanted to take care of a couple of suggestions. And this one is what was labeled the Tenkaichi build, or in other words, a Dragon Ball Z styled build. And the idea is to use a lot of things that improve the pacing of the game. And when I say improved, I just mean it's a very fast-paced build, so don't listen to me, I'm an idiot. And no, we're not using Bolt Claymore. I'm just taking care of some business here. So, and that business being breaking furniture, of course. Why would you think it would be anything else? So, he didn't exactly make a direct robe suggestion, but he had brought up either cooldown reduction or evasion as kind of the most important things as a means of kind of replicating, like, counterattacking and whatnot. So, the things that improve evasion are, of course, the shift robe. Where is it? There it is. Then, pace used to do evasion, but now it just does run speed and sprint delay. So, our choices are kind of down to, do we use the shift robe or do we use the tempo robe? So what seems like it would make for a more interesting, faster-paced experience? I'm gonna go tempo myself, because that seems like the right idea. And relics should also be focusing on that. Before we go too much further, let's get our standard. And this is an interesting one, because he had made reference to the idea of using Blazing Blitz, but he had also mentioned that just about any kind of like fast-paced dashing attacks, so long as it scores more than one hit. So no Glacial Cross. I know, I'm a little disappointed by that as well. Where is Glacial Cross? There you go. Not you. Sorry, Glacial Cross, you're not good enough. But Crystalline Ballester or Cascading Blitz would work. Those score more than one hit and have a movement-based component. Shock Assault obviously would work. Tectonic Drill would probably be maybe a little much. Fadeaway Rhythm is a good one. Burn Cycle also comes to mind, and we could do Tearing Whirlwind if we wanted to die. Rushing Typhoon technically only scores one hit, but then the Wind Tumbler scores a bunch. Shearing Chain could work. Spiraling Typhoon does not dash, so screw that. I don't know, I think for purposes of this build, I'm thinking either Burn Cycle or Fadeaway Rhythm. I kind of want to go Burn Cycle as... Well, no, but I don't use Fadeaway Rhythm as often. I don't know, I'm just going with my first idea. That's going to be Burn Cycle. Then, since we want since our boy wants the relics to focus on something very similar to what we were focusing the robe on, why don't we... You know what? I just thought about this. If I'm going to go Spice Rack, then I want to use the Shift Robe. There you go. Last second substitution. Now, the only real question I have is, which Dragon Ball character do I use for the thumbnail? And it would be obvious since I'm using Distortion Beam, be like, oh, that's a Goku thing. Yes, but Goku isn't the only character that has a beam attack. I mean, what about Tien? He's got Tri-Beam. Yamcha is kind of a community meme, but man knows how to use the Kamehameha attack. So does Krillin. Or maybe we completely flip the script. Maybe instead of using any of the heroic characters, maybe we put Cell up there. I don't know. It's ultimately up to me. I am wearing a dark robe with red eyes, though, so maybe Cell is the right choice. And whereas my man Piccolo has a beam, he has one of those like narrow beams that tends to pierce armor, so not quite the same effect. There we go. At the moment, I'm leaning towards Cell just because, you know, expectation subversion. There we go. Oh, that did not work out the way I wanted it to. Okay, it was supposed to go straight down. Of course. Okay, getting tired of you guys. Alright, only having one ranged attack is an issue, but it has multiple charges, so maybe if I, you know, stop playing like a dumbass. Alright, well, as you can see, it's not just close range, but the extreme close range nature of the build is giving me trouble. Boy, it's almost like I'm a ranged player trying to do melee. There's a reason why most of my favorite fighting game characters are zoners. You know, I tell a lie because actually some of my best fighting game moments have been with the rushdown combo centric characters. Characters like Nightwolf and Johnny Cage and yes, Ken. So that was back in Street Fighter 4, and I never did play 5, so. Alright, come on, focus on enemy patterns. Don't just stand there and, you know, press the button and hope that they die before I do. We gotta take command, we gotta be quick, we gotta be strong. Float like a butterfly and sting like a manta ray. And then let some big heavy fuck land on you. Okay. And we'll be getting plenty of use out of the raw chocolate. Oh, hey, here's the boss room. Now I can't help but think of Jack Nicholson playing in The Shining. Here's Johnny! By the way, if you've never seen The Shining, just understand that that reference was fucking funny. Alright, what do we got down here? Oh, it's funny that he mentioned Blazing Blitz, because here it is. I don't really want it, but... For sake of the run, since we are doing a lot of fast-paced, dashing around and punching and kicking and, Dragon Ball types of combat. By the way, okay, so yeah, all the fire-based stuff will be useful later. Also, 352 damage. Whew! Just count all those hit points lost. I know you won't. Ugh, jeez. Okay, this is just getting unbearable. Okay, I'm just getting ruined with this build. Well, there's some cooldown reduction. Not that I really need it. What I need is some armor. I can maybe just stop getting my ass pounded. That was a good number of you going, yeah, Darkseid, ass pounding. It's like, no, you cut that out now. Go directly to horny jail. I'm amazed that worked. I expected to be punished for using the wrong spell. Oh, that's gonna help. Alright, so for those who are wondering, what exactly is the Shift Robe doing? I almost never use it. Well, it gives me a 10% chance to evade any incoming attack. Boot. And it increases critical chance by 5%, which means overall critical chance is upgraded to 10%. Now, I kind of wish that we had something a little bit better to work with, but that's what you get. Take it or leave it. Thing is, most of us generally choose leave it, but I wanted to do something a little bit different because, hey, 5% extra critical chance is 5% extra critical chance. Hey, come over here, guys. Thank you. There we go. Now we've got Mr. Big Pants Beam. Yeah! Mr. Big Pants. You know what? Just let me have my stupid terminology, okay? It doesn't mean anything anyway. I'm also noticing that fights are taking a little bit longer than expected. And no, we're not exactly, like, being pressed for time or anything here, but goddamn, the longer a fight goes on, the more incidental damage I can take just from things going wrong. Alright, so... Oh, we are just not getting any of our starting stuff upgraded, are we? I'm gonna grab this because it plays more to the original design of the run. And we're gonna grab that, and I'm gonna grab this. No thanks. The other reason why I chose that is because I already have one Electric Arcana. If I want the Spice Rack to work, I need to vary up my approach. So if I can find something water-based to replace the Blazing Blitz with, I probably will. No thanks. Alright, so, right now, what are your current thoughts on the build? So this was a theory craft that was put together by... What is it? I'm sorry, I don't know how to pronounce the full scope of your username. It's UnNormie... And then I don't know how to pronounce the other word, I'm sorry. And that could just be because I'm a stupid American, so... You know, have a little bit of patience with me, I apologize. Okay, this is just getting ridiculous. Spending more time running away than I am fighting. And maybe that's the whole point. Excuse me. come as no major surprise that with a build like this, I'm kind of floundering a little bit. Okay, well, we can finally upgrade Spark Contact, thank goodness. And even though I wouldn't mind upgrading Soaring Ivy, I have other things that I need to think about. Okay, I have neither the health nor the money to afford this. Fortunately, Limo's Leaf just saved my butt. Okay, not gonna lie, not feeling very confident right now, but that hasn't stopped me before. Right, the bird's got my back, isn't that right, guys? Thanks, I knew you understood. Trying to play as smart and as carefully as possible. Hell of a trick coming from me. Ugh. Like, I know this is a theory craft, so I'm not saying that this is anything that's been tried and proven before, but yeah, some of the choices made for this build were very strictly made off of trying to design around a fighting game in nature. But this is definitely more of a roguelite beat 'em up, and the things that you have to keep in mind for this game are very different than what you'd have to keep in mind for a round of Budokai Tenkaichi. That doesn't mean that the idea is absolutely terrible, it just means that the parallels don't exactly work. And how the fuck did I manage to get hit by that? And they're offering that to me a second time. Okay, I actually have no choice. I have to go get the health potion now. swear Blazing Blitz gets me in more trouble than it gets me out of. Excuse me, tree, could you maybe fuck off? Not in the mood for your shenanigans today, nature. Okay. Okay. We got anything good here? Yes! Also, I finally get to upgrade this, thank goodness. No burn cycle upgrade, that makes me mad. Or does it? See, I'm not really the biggest fan of burn cycle. I picked it because it was different, but if I'm being completely honest, I don't like the idea that it's almost anti-combo just because of how it makes you jump back at the end. I hate that jump back. See, I would rather just follow that up with another attack. You know, kind of like that, actually. Wait, Darksage, what are you just complaining about? You just followed it up with another attack. See, this is what I was thinking was going to happen, is my brain would get fried part way and I would forget that the follow-up to Burn Cycle was supposed to be Distortion Beam. So I blame that on myself more than anything else. That is not anyone else's fault. That was me being stupid. And there we go. My will is stronger than diamond. Unfortunately, my body is made out of talc. Come on, health orbs. I need more health orbs. I also need enemies to stop ambushing me. And stop trying to preserve yourself so carefully and just fight me head on like a man. I should also be very upfront with you guys. I am not the biggest fan of that phrase. Like, oh, just take it like a man. So like someone who isn't thinking about the preservation? That's how I should be taking this? Also implying that, what, I'm not a real man unless I just take it on the chin? Like, your argument makes no sense. Because, see, if you do learn how to fight like a man, then one of the things that they'll teach you is that you should be avoiding attacks in order to preserve both your endurance and your physical form. I'm basically just going off on a tangent right now because, well, frankly, I'm in a bad position in the game and I need something to talk about while I'm acting like a coward. Well, I say acting like a coward, but shit, I still won the fight, damn it. Get out of here, whirling dervish. Okay, well, I think we definitely buy that. Maximum health is not too helpful right now, so screw that. Oh, hello. Don't mind if I pick up a freebie. Yep, that hurt like a mother. Yeah, understand that when I'm out of charges of Distortion Beam, I just have to, like, suck it up and either get in there or just run around like an idiot until I do have charges of Distortion Beam back. Oh, and also the Shift Robe is terrible, but I did that to myself. I get the feeling that I'm not going to get Burn Cycle upgraded. So, let's grab something that works better. Alright. Grab the healing potion. Jeez. Okay, it's the stupid buzzsaw things, as it always is. I can't tell you how much I hate those things. Suppose I should also just say, yeah, the relic drops in this run have not exactly been stellar or anything. Hold on, there's a shop over here. Oh, now you want to upgrade Burn Cycle? Well, no thanks. You've had your chance. Yay, Elixir of Might! Because it's giving me such a damage bonus from all that beating I've been taking. Okay, come on now. I could have sworn I was going to reach him before I got shot, but, yeah. Such is my way of thinking. Hey, can I maybe go a few seconds without taking stupid damage? Like, I know this isn't exactly my ideal run, but I should be able to play better than this. Or not. Ugh, I just keep getting worse and worse. Oh my god. I'd just like to not suck at the game for a minute. Yeah, if you haven't figured it out, this is why I don't do a lot of... Okay, I didn't think the raffle ticket was gonna work. Yeah, this is why I don't do a lot of melee runs. And when I do, I choose ones that have a little bit more reach, because having to essentially be at asshole range with your enemies, it doesn't exactly inspire healthy tactics. Oh, thanks, game. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm glad you let me dash away from that instead of taking a whole bunch of damage for no reason. That was just amazing. Every room. A reminder that I need to do better. Hey, I had to get every healing option just to keep myself above flatlining. Oh my god. Goodness, are you serious right now? $576 damage? What the fuck? Okay, I'm not even blaming this anymore on just it being a melee run or any sort of being out of practice. I am just getting butt-fucked. Okay, I'm surprised I did that. Alright. Okay, I managed to get this far. I don't know how, but I managed to get this far. Honestly, you're not helping that much anymore. Give me this. Give me another potion. I've taken every potion I could possibly get so far. Alright. We're doing it. Oh my goodness, I can't believe I won. This is probably the worst performance I've had in a long time and still managed to pull it off. Alright, well, that was a run. So, the Budokai Tenkaichi run, obviously inspired by Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. And for those of you wondering, yes, that's basically within the same series. And, you know, if you want to try the run for yourself, the blueprint is right there, minus the burn cycle, because, honestly, I feel more burned by it than I did helped. That's just personal playstyle choice. I prefer a more combo-centric playstyle than a hit and run tactic, but probably should have thought of that before I picked it. Simple as that. But however much I might have been complaining, I do thank you for the build suggestion. I'm never going to necessarily turn away someone's build suggestion unless they're giving me an obvious meme/troll build. Then there might be words. But thank you guys very much for coming and checking out my work. I very much appreciate it. I hope you all have a beautiful rest of your day, and I will see you in the next one. My name is Dark Sage Walker, and you take care, everybody.